Welcome to the finale of Wolves Den, the show where game development meets Shark Tank, powered by Spatial.io to uncover and boost the best undiscovered indie developers and studios from around the globe. Last time, 8 developers entered, but only 4 left. Those guys are coming back today to try and secure their spot as our season winner. However, we do have a twist. 3 new, unseen game developers will be entering the den to try and snatch the crown from under their feet. Besides me, our Wolves consist of Ice-T, a rapper, heavy metal singer, actor, gamer, and cultural icon. Jesus, has this guy done everything? And by the time you see this, he'll likely be on tour with his band, Body Count, so make sure you check them out. Thanks for joining us, Ice. In round 1, you chose Rusted Planet, a game about space androids roaming around a deserted planet. Is there anything that you're hoping to see changed or improved from last time?
I just hope he took my notes. I wanted it to be a little more violent. I wanted more people on the planet. You know, the last thing you want is a video game that's boring.
Next up, there's Cliff Blezinski, a legend in the industry with over 25 years experience making games such as Jazz Jackrabbit, the Unreal series, and the Gears of War franchise, and has a comic called Scrapper with Image Comics coming out soon on July 19th. Welcome, Cliff. How you doing?
I'm good, man. Good to see you.
In round 1, you chose Tribal Chief, a game about an African chief trying to defend his village. How are you hoping that they used your investment?
I just hope that he goes deeper into what he's doing, you know, because, you know, everything in life is systems. And as long as he kind of, you know, has maybe added, like, you know, deeper crafting and deeper iteration, more enemy types, you know, you got to think about, you know, I call it the 30 rule, 30 seconds, 30 minutes, 30 days, 30 months. You know, you have to continue, like, gaming is like an accordion, and you have to iterate on that, always.
And finally, there's Welland, a gamer, YouTuber, and rapper, an expert in survival games, and a personal arch nemesis of mine. His YouTube channel has over 3 million followers. So Welland, you chose Magna Blast, a mix of Mega Man and Minecraft. What are you hoping that the developer prioritized since we last saw them?
I'm hoping that they prioritize the visuals of the game. I thought the gameplay itself was very engaging and a really cool intersection between 2 unique sorts of games. So having the visuals be a little bit warmer, more inviting, and, you know, just seeing what else they've concocted across the board.
Our show today has over $10,000 worth of prizes, including 4th place getting $1,000, 3rd place $2,000, 2nd place $3,000, and 1st a whopping $5,000. So without further ado, let's bring in our first lamb. The first game coming back to the den is Magna Blast, a mix of Mega Man and Minecraft. Hey man, how's it going?
Hello again. I'm really excited to be back here with Magna Blast.
You grew the beard out. Looks sharp.
Yeah, thanks. This last month we've been experimenting with some different textures for the walls, trying to make it look a little nicer and less like a dodgy truck stop bathroom, I think is how Cliff put it last time. And we also have tried to polish and refine a bit of the boss fights that you guys didn't get to experience last time.
I'll tell you one thing, Joaquin, is I've had some success making video games, but I'll tell you, I was always shitty at making boss fights. That's why in Gears 3, we decided, like, let's do the Doom approach. Like, where you first in Doom encounter the Cyber Demon, and it's a boss, but then they just reused it as an AI, as opposed to, like, a custom one-off.
These look better already. It's just easier to look at. It's a dark mode now. Okay, there's my drill. Okay, a little bit of performance. A little bit of performance, but I like this drill is cool. It's like a melee weapon.
Alright, so is there a boss behind the door?
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Look at his face.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm doing damage. Is there like dive roll or something? Or speed
Yeah,
boost?
you have a dash on shift.
Total Mega Man vibes, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's... Oh, and it breaks the ground. That's sick.
Last time I told about some of the implications of the combat in a destructible environment, and this is one of the things we really like, that while you fight, the arena it changes shape.
That's cool.
The boss is, you know, like using like one of your key features, which is the kind of like, you know, cube Minecraft-y destruction.
Yeah, and after defeating the side boss, you gain his weapon to use, and then you gain a rocket launcher that you can destroy the different blocks.
Eat your bread, man.
Oh, I'm breaded up.
You're carb loading for a marathon. Oh, you're making a dent. Got the little flash when you hurt him too. Nice
Yep,
touch.
that's clean. Like you can, I mean, that's the universal. You're injuring this guy.
Yeah, feedback, right?
Yeah.
The game does feel very juicy, I will say that.
Oh, you can dodge backwards. Okay, that goes hard.
Yeah, you can dodge in any direction
Oh, it's
by
Jover.
holding the direction.
You have to kill him.
Oh.
He got handled.
The little cinematics are really cool, actually.
Yeah.
It's good feedback, you know?
Oh, you got his gun.
Yeah.
Bam. I like the
Ah.
animation. I like the character.
Yeah, it's cute, right?
Yeah, so you can use this rocket launcher to destroy the stone blocks.
Oh, a little Metroidvania vibe there. It might be cool in the future if you have future bosses that can destroy the floor beneath you, and then there's like lava that, you know,
That's a
if you
Oh,
fall
that's-
really cool idea.
Yeah.
That would be dope.
Oh no. Oh shit. Oh yeah,
Powerball.
yeah. Oh, I get it. Okay, yeah. This reminds me of Wario. There was a boss that had hands.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, Nintendo does that a lot. It was
Yeah.
something we got inspired by, the head with the hands. It's
Oh god. Oh god.
it's really cool.
So when you beat this guy, do you get like a giant fist?
Yeah, so he is the final one from the build, but yeah, you would get a special weapon. We just didn't implement it because it's like you wouldn't get to use it.
So you can fist
But-
your you can fist your enemies.
Nice.
I
Is it
will
like
say, it feels like just the right amount of difficult. You
Yeah.
really got it like spot on.
Oh,
Yeah,
thanks.
like
Yeah,
the timing of the fists and the dodging, you have to kind of learn how to like dodge at the right time, right?
And there's a few different
Yeah.
sort of mechanics at play as well. Oh. Now the
Oh.
glizzy gobbler comes out.
There's something to be said about the whole like I'm fighting this boss and he's using his weapons against me, and like you're like, oh, once I beat you, I'm gonna take that weapon out, I'm gonna use it, you know?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's cool. And it's so satisfying when you get the weapon as well, with the whole animation and it like flying over. Like it genuinely feels like a reward. So, well, and what do you think? This was your game, right? How are you feeling?
I like the visual changes. I like that there's new content. We were able to jump right to it. I like both the dynamics of the bosses. Yeah. I like what I see. Thanks the notes were taken well. It went from like a awkward teal to sort of a kind of much more like cave underground thing, because I remember you mentioned this is like an instanced cave that you're
Yeah.
doing here, and I think that you captured that much better.
Awesome. Thanks very much, Wellen.
Absolutely, yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thanks for coming in the den, and hopefully we'll see you back here later.
See you guys. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
Keep
Yes,
going,
sir.
man. I think it looks really significantly improved. I think they should continue to double down on the whole block aspect and leverage that even more. You know, maybe even allow players like, you know, fight a boss that could suck up blocks that remove the environment and then fire it back at enemies, kind of like a gravity gun from Half-Life 2.
If there was no lag, it would have felt so cool.
It's a solvable problem. Frame rate,
Exactly.
As you know,
It's a good problem to have.
frame rate is everything, right?
Yeah.
Before we move on to game 2, if you're a game developer looking to get your game in front of millions of people, then please check out Spatial.io. None of this would have been possible without them. It's the first UGC gaming platform that supports both C# and Unity. With Spatial.io, you can seamlessly build, test, and deploy your games across all different platforms, including web, mobile, and VR with just a single click. It's multiplayer ready, cross-platform, and offers industry-leading monetization capabilities, empowering you to earn real money through things like avatars, skins, emotes, and stuff like that. Whether you're creating indie projects or a larger scale game, then Spatial has you covered and has everything you need to bring your vision to life. Everything you've seen on Wolf's Den today has been built with the Spatial Creator Toolkit, so you can see just how powerful it actually is. So please head over to the link in the description to get building and start connecting your games with millions of players today. Next up, we have Thai Ghost Fencing, a game about fighting ghosts from Thai folklore. Hey man, do you want to tell us a bit about your game?
My game is Thai Ghost Fencing. It's about three favorite ghosts in Thailand. In a Thai tradition, we believe that the Buddha can protect you from ghosts. Everything that the player needs to do is to complete the quest of each NPC.
So you kill
Um,
stuff, and it gives you XP and money, and then you're able to get better weapons. I like this.
Yeah, thank you.
You got to
And in the-
self-promote.
What are those
It's
things
not
that
really-
look like they got Ritz crackers on their back? What are those things?
Thai tradition believe we believe Graham will use the bamboo basket for flying. Yeah.
Do these attack
the-
you, or because I'm kind of just wildly swinging and they're pushing me around?
I don't know how to at this time. Yeah, I try.
Since the game is so sword based, I'd continue to focus on the melee aspects and tuning that so it kind of feels like a game like Bayonetta or Devil May Cry, right?
Yeah, in terms of like progression, it feels really good. Like I've just ran around and done the first quest, and it took me a few minutes. It felt like I didn't spend too long or too short on it. You know, I definitely think the combat needs a bit of work, like fighting them and getting pushed around and stuff. Like if you can fix that bug in particular, then I think it would make the game feel a whole lot better.
Do you go anywhere in this game, or you just stay on that one plane?
Yeah, that's my question as well.
Yes, but in this current city, it only the main chapel and the area like you see.
Okay.
In the next zone, I will make a landmark of Thailand, and different ghosts in different area.
You want to have like other zones with their own
Yeah.
cultures and traditions in those as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's got a lot of potential, I think. So just keep at it.
Yeah.
I didn't really get that game. That one that right there. It's like it looked like a temple with a bunch of swords, and then you go to the swords and you went out and you killed the ghost. But like Cliffy was saying, like the actual sword wasn't even really moving or swinging that much. So
I think it's very early on that one, and like
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
And then the fact, just playing on one area, he said he wants to have more areas. I guess after you beat that area, you move to another area. That's one of the funs about video games not being stuck in one place.
Coming in next, we have Rusted Planet, a game about fighting space androids on a deserted planet. Obviously, this was Ice's game. Do you want to tell us what you've done over the last month and what you spent your funding on?
Well, I've been populating the map with hazards, with enemies, with loot. Now you can land in you start in a safe zone with other androids and with some starting loot, some weapons, some new parts like armor, that kind of stuff.
A lot has changed.
Oh,
well,
that's cool.
Yeah, you're basically a sentient android trying to survive in this world. In this starting area, you have these boxes, these color boxes with some loot that everyone can grab. So they give you the basic weapon, which is a nail gun. It's a weapon that doesn't need ammo, but it's very basic. So you will want to change it very soon.
Is this a vehicle over here?
Yeah, that vehicle is broken, but you can find one functional here outside the base.
I want to try driving one of those.
Yeah, just
shit.
Get in.
Let's go.
This is awesome. All right, let's go.
Oh, should I? Oh, wait, no, pick me up. Wait.
Get in.
I can't if I aim.
All right.
Yeah, the passenger cannot do anything. Así que
okay.
Don't
I want to
expect
shoot off the
drive-by.
back of this, man. I want to do drive-bys.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, I would love that, but I ran out of time.
Get him, Wellen.
Damn, the ops are sledding on us.
Whoa. Oh, he's got in the car.
Wait, can I kill? Oh, I'm working him. I'm actually cooking this guy. I'm emoting. This is not what I wanted.
The thing is, there's always friendly fire activated, so you can can play co-op, but you can betray each other if you want.
Oh,
Okay.
Because when you die, you drop loot. So that
Oh, I'm big. Look at me.
Upgrade.
Oh.
I'm a big man.
How'd you do that?
Oh, you're lucky. That's a 5% chance to find those items.
Oh, dang. I got the minigun.
I also like the idea of a jetpack. Like you say, jetpacks. That sounds cool on a planet like this to be able to fly. Maybe you gained certain parts to build that rocket. So that's kind of like a reason you're trying to get enough power to build that rocket. That's kind of like an end game to escape, or to get to another planet, a better planet. And you leave this planet. You got to stay on this planet and fight until you can get on a rocket to the next planet, which will be the next level.
I mean, there's a lot of potential, and I hope, even if you're not convinced by the current state of the project, that you.
No, I like it. I like it. You did great. I like it. You did a lot. I mean, last time it was just a couple skeleton robots running around. But now you got, I mean, yeah, I like it. I like the multiplayer thing of it, and you know, I like it. You're doing very good.
That was the first one where we played, and we've actually been having, like, it's felt like a game and we were just having fun, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Because, like, imagine if there were, you know, 20 different robots of all different gear levels in there. That, yes, yeah, I definitely see the vision with that one.
Ice knows how to pick them.
Well, you know, like I tell you guys, I'm a casual gamer, so a lot of the games I'm not going to be into will probably be stuff that would be on Nintendo, like, you know, games I wouldn't normally play. So I can see this. I mean, you know, everything went to battle royale games, you know, where you put a lot of people in an area, and everybody loves those games. I never really seen it done with robots, though. Even though there was the big mech ones, you would jump into robots and fight. But I like the fact you kind of drop off of a trash barge and you're butt naked, basically, and you build yourself up. That's cool.
Next up, we have Dreamer, a 2D pixel art roguelike with special abilities. Mikhail, welcome to the den. Do you want to tell us a little bit about your game?
This game is 2D pixel art, survival. You have special skills, telekinesis, wave, you can teleport.
This is like Zombie Survivors, right?
Vampire Survivors, yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, so right click seems to be a boomerang.
Oh.
You like hack them, I think.
Yeah.
Hack the planet.
The market. How do I... Can you buy things here, or is that not in the game yet?
No, it's not in the game.
Why would you use anything besides the ranged weapon then? Character looks like he has a sword. Like, why doesn't he?
Yeah, the sword seems to do a lot more damage. So it's like risk versus reward.
Yeah.
Press Ctrl and left mouse button.
Oh, did it crash?
Yeah, that made... I think you Control W closes the tab.
Just hoping for more like enemy variety, you know?
Yeah, so is it only this room in the game currently, or are there more areas?
It's only this room now.
Okay. And what are your plans for, like, the game? Are you gonna expand it and add more rooms, or...?
First of all, I must add some particle system is missing. I must add these two features, summoning and make clones.
Is he like a ninja penguin or some shit? Why is he fat?
I don't know.
Are there...
I like this ninja very much.
Like, is he wearing a trash bag?
I see the little samurai hat on him. That's cool right there. From Shogun Assassin, but he looks like a little penguin.
Totally.
I feel like a game like this, if you had 10 different kinds of enemies, it would go so hard. Like, it would
At least different colors, you know?
I mean, that was the whole point of Vampire Survivors, right? It's like, you know, just wave after wave, and they keep getting stronger and stronger, and you just have to... You know,
there are more enemies, but not in that. Not in this prototype.
Well, yeah, I mean it's a prototype,
also,
right?
Yeah.
Is there anything in the game that we haven't seen yet, or?
No.
Cool.
It's a level up menu, and that's it.
Yeah. No, I think it's a really promising prototype, man.
Yeah.
It's really fun to play. I think with a few more enemies and weapons and stuff, I think you got a really good game on your hands.
You kind of want to get that cycle where, like, you know, you start having progression where you get, like, better weapons and that can do more damage, and then just swarms of enemies coming at you.
The second you feel like, oh, I got the hang of this game, you get a new enemy, or you get a curveball, you get something that... Yeah.
Everything that is in the game right now, though, does feel, like, quite polished and fun to play, so...
Yeah, it's a great start, man.
Next up, we have Tribal Chief, a game about an African chief defending his village. Hey Andrew, how's it going? How's the last month gone? What's changed?
I more or less tried to put in the feedback that was given. So right now you'll be able to play through the villages, see how the chief is able to solve the issues of the village, more or less, and a bit more violence.
We're in. Oh, I'm already swinging.
We are the Tribal Chiefs.
Bro got some lats.
Seriously.
For real.
Looks like you skipped leg day, though.
True.
All right, so you see, you got the village population, you got the food stock.
No, you can hit them. No. Oh, they're
Wait, Wellham, we're under attack.
From where? With the ops?
I went and spoke to this guy, and I saw they're over here. Get him! Get him!
What's this weapon?
Bone club. I don't know.
It's a bone club.
Oh, okay.
Cool.
So how do you increase the food stock?
So you can do it in 2 ways. So in the next mission, you'll be taken to the farm, and you'll be shown how to plant. But planting, you'll have to take some time for the vegetables can sprout and you can pick. So the other way is to hunt. So to hunt, you'll have to go to the forest, then try hunt an animal out. So I've put a tutorial whereby the first animal you hunt will be a zebra. This is because zebras don't attack you back, but any other animal you try to attack will attack you back.
Who's the dreamer? Bro looks a little out of
The dreamer?
I love it. Somehow the whitest motherfucker shows up.
Really white. God damn.
So how does the population system work? Is that an active mechanic or a passive?
The population. It's a bit of both. So what happens is there is a food bar and there is the population. So your population will drop anytime your village is attacked.
I like
if someone is killed.
Hey, you're paying respects. That's so yeah. That's kind of like mini farming mechanic though. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yes. So you'll farm, then you'll have to wait in game of period around 5 minutes, but wait for some time before they can sprout. Then when they sprout, you collect the plants, then you can take them to the store.
But we can take this village, I think.
I think it would be really cool if like it was the same for everybody. So you could like be in a world and arrive and there's like a guy fighting a village.
I'm being chased by 2 elephants.
See, I don't see. Oh man,
There's
I
2
wish I
of
could
them.
see that because that's hilarious.
Oh no!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, that's. I wish I could see. I can see you running.
I'm just getting chased by 2 of them.
What's the line?
Oh, the elephants are in the hut with me. All right, we got this.
I think we're about to get handled, but it is what it is.
I'm just going to attack the guy on your screen.
It looks like my uncle.
Oh yeah, that did a lot of damage.
So, Cliff, obviously this is your game. How are you feeling?
I think it's progressing nicely. It's one of those things that there's a good variety of enemies. I'd love to see more weapon variety. But overall, I'm pretty impressed, and I feel like I'm vacationing in Africa right now.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I just don't know what was up with the random white guy though. That was weird.
I think that was another player's, like a random person's character model.
Yeah, diversity is important, right?
Oh no,
dude, your host.
I think I live.
One of my major feedbacks though is I appreciate the creativity with the life meter, but it's a little bit obtuse because the XP one meter stands out a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay.
And like translating, like how does the population and the food stock like impact the player and the overall village health? Mm-hmm. It's like with the whole maintaining your village. There's a little bit of like a Sim City vibe in there, which is really cool.
Oh, I live.
There's. Thank you.
I'm gonna have him fight the villagers here. I wish the villagers they just run.
Yeah, run away!
So if what happens was there was a mission where you're supposed to train the villagers. So after you train them, now they start being able
then they
to
become
defend.
Shooters. Okay.
Yes, but as you start, all of them are.
So it can become like Pikmin, where they all just like swarm the goblin demon thing.
No, that's good. I like how he made the chief real buff, so he looks bigger than the other people.
He's the alpha male.
Right, definitely. I love the fact, a lot of these games, they're locked into a small area. I mean, we were able to go all the way around to the ogres, come back on the beach. So he has the world is bigger.
Yeah, so many of the games we've seen so far have just been like, okay, you're in this one spot, and it's like, and then what? Right,
and then I agree. If he had a bow and arrow, you would be able to fight from farther away, or could throw rocks, or different weapons that he would actually find out there.
Maybe a
kill
shield, right?
Yeah, shield. But nah, that's a good one right there. And as far as being a black kid, there's not many black games. There's no games with a black hero. You know what I'm saying? So I could see a lot of young black kids wanting to play this game. And also, if he books it and adds like legends and history and stuff into the game, it can make, like, even the guy from Thai, the Thailand kid, he was connecting it to the real shit. Yeah. So when you connect,
so it's teaching people like the culture and the history
while you're playing, which would be dope.
It is cool, yeah.
But I don't know what the white guy popped up there. What was he called? He ended up hanging out, like, and like he was like he took a wrong tour from a tour guide in the middle of a real fucking village that were killing people. Like.
And finally, we have Crowgue, the game I picked last round. It's a roguelike where you play as a crow.
Yeah, so here to bring you Crowgue again. So Crowgue has kind of developed into a big dungeon crawl. It's going to track how deep you've gotten, so you can compare it with other people. And there's over 66 weapons that you can attach to your base sword, and all of those weapons can have different kinds of statuses. So if I was to say how many weapons there are in the game, there's more than Tears of the Kingdom, Borderlands, every Borderlands combined.
Oh wow, okay.
So I'm super excited to bring that with you.
It's fighting words.
It is, but it is the math. And
I like the art as well in the background.
Yeah, I brought in some extra help. I think passing through round 1 really helped with getting some of that funding, so I could put it towards paying artists to do great work. And shout out to Sleepy Startups and Raquel to doing all of my 2D art. She absolutely knocked it out of the park, and I was able to work really close with her, kind of going through the entire process and making sure everything was as we expected. So other thing is you can customize your character. There's also some sheets for all of you in case you want to kind of have a more personalized kind of start to the game. But if you do use cheats, it'll disable the leaderboard and it'll disable saving.
All right, let's go vanilla first, and then we'll come out and we'll try some of your cheats.
Sounds good.
That's cool.
Wake up, Ice.
I mean, even just the beginning of the game looks so much more polished than the last time we played.
Yeah, it really, really does.
Yeah, so now we have tutorials as well. We have sound. I have a few other surprises.
Dang!
Yeah, the UI looks really good.
Yeah, so we fully fleshed it out. I wanted to present like a full indie experience from start to finish.
And this is already a different proc gen start.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So and as you proceed further, the proc gen will start getting more and more complex. So you'll start seeing some new like floor types, some new like traps and stuff like that. So one thing I didn't quite get to is the balancing of everything. It's a lot of weapons, a lot of different types, a lot of different like. As the dungeon gets more dangerous too, you're going to see more traps. You're going to see traps that'll actually give you statuses like fire.
Do the traps hurt the enemies?
The traps don't hurt the enemies.
Okay.
I found that it was a bit too easy to
just lure them.
Just cheese them then.
Yeah, I like to say that all walls are doors, and this game really embraces that.
Oh!
So you're even going to see quests around that. So you're going to see quests to break certain amounts of doors, certain amounts of walls. There are, drawbacks to destroying the walls where you don't know necessarily what's on the other side.
So you mentioned cheat codes.
So I've given everyone a cheat code. I had to just make it numbers though to make it easy. So Barji, yours is number 4.
Okay.
Cliff, yours is number 3. Ice-T, yours is number 2, and Wellen, yours is number 1.
All right, let's start with 1 then.
So what's the benefit of breaking the walls as opposed to taking the doors? Because there's a risk to reward factor there, right? Where like, you could break the wall and we just saw it like him fall to his death. Like
exactly. You can beeline it if you want, or you can take it safe. It's kind of just how aggressive you want your playstyle to be.
But I mean, opening the doors seems pretty easy. Like
opening the doors is pretty easy, but at the same time, if you're getting kind of cornered, you're going to be in a bit of a problem.
Oh,
So
shit.
is it kind of so you can mold the map and fight people in the environment you want to fight them in, right? So you don't have to stay in like a cramped room.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so we have some fun weapons here.
Whoa.
What
So-
is that?
Rocket launcher.
Just you're not going to be able to put the rocket launcher on because you did max out your sword. So as you get stronger, you're going to be able to put more swords on, and that's kind of how I'm scaling the.
Is that
Okay.
dynamite?
Yeah, there's some C4 and there's some dynamite on there.
This is going full Looney Tunes up in here.
Oh god.
Whoa.
So I wanted to really embrace that sandbox nature, so you can kind of just go ham, and you might feel like a god at first with all your shiny weapons, but later on, the difficulty is gonna start catching up to
That's
you.
when you ramp up the enemies, obviously.
Exactly. Yeah, you're gonna see more enemies. You're gonna see stronger enemies, all kinds of different modifiers as you progress through. Yeah, and we
So-
also added the mini map just so you can kind of run around without having
Oh,
to pause
yeah,
your
okay.
gameplay. And
So Wormy's basically your, hey, listen.
exactly, he is
We
your.
must go deeper. Oh, that
hey,
was
listen.
cool, that animation.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and we even have like a nice completion screen, so it'll tell you what your stats are for this floor. It'll also tell you what's happening on the next floor. So we're gonna kind of telegraph, hey, you're gonna have more loot. The enemies are gonna be harder. Maybe the enemies are all on fire, and we'll give you fire when they attack
Okay.
you. And every 4 floors, you're gonna reach a boss, and then after the boss, you're gonna be able to go to a town floor where you can talk to try and talk to different villagers or deposit junk into your nest.
Is that already in the game, or is that
It is.
something? Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
the
cool.
full gameplay loop is in. I wanted to polish it up a little bit more and have the nest be a bit more relevant. But if you drop things on your nest and save and quit, you're going to be able to see your progress anytime.
Ooh, a rake.
So what's the
Fish.
lore?
So the lore is that Kenny's escaping his family, aka a murder, and he's looking to kind of build a new living. He wants to find the shiniest loot because that's what he cares about. He cares
So
about
he escaped the murder so he could go murder. Got it.
family's different, you know. So I think you're on the boss now.
This reminds me a little bit of Underminer.
Yeah, and I was trying to channel some like going home or
Bang,
is
bang,
it
bang,
going
bang,
under as
bang,
well?
bang, 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 bang,
This
bang,
is
bang. I'm definitely OP with these
Dude,
cheats.
he just totally murked him.
Yeah,
And
because I cheated. I have like a super sword. You wouldn't have a super sword.
No, that's cool
'Cause-
though. Was there much to that boss fight that we just missed? Or?
It's definitely a little harder. I think that you can plow through the first boss, but as you go deeper and deeper, that boss is gonna get harder.
But I also have
Okay.
like I have a
It also has an RPG.
RPG on my, and a
Yeah.
axe. Like I'm OP,
Yeah, actually, that mage staff will shoot magic bullets as well.
It's kind of like putting a chainsaw on a gun.
Hey, you should see your cheat code, Cliff, because I do have
Oh, go on.
chainsaws in this game.
Well, and try.
I'll try.
crouch
Yeah,
it.
because
Click.
we all have specific.
Yeah. So-
Okay.
Yeah, so here, if you want to go to the next floor, you'll see the overworld, and then from there we can save and quit. And you'll kind of see all your
Okay.
progress too.
Okay.
But the city's a lot more fleshed out, or the town floors are a lot more
Oh,
fleshed
so
out
every
as well.
floor at every 4 levels you get a go home.
Exactly, and you
So I
can
do this.
Ah.
Yep.
RPG, rare blade, double-sided axe, chainsaw.
Everything's better with a chainsaw.
Mm.
I actually had that in, and it was too much chainsaw.
Yeah, I mean, this is a huge improvement. Obviously, I picked your game last round, and yeah, you've listened to the feedback really well. Huge improvements. The game is night and day from what it was. So, yeah.
Yeah, so I think Lomax kind of impulse bought on your game, but I think my main question is, when you have the doors and you have the walls, where's the risk to reward there, right? Like, if you break down the wall, you could fall into lava, but kind of like in Minecraft, if you dig down, so why not just open the door? So maybe make it so you have keys that you need to open the door with, or it takes like some time or a mini game to open the doors. So then if you get impatient, you can just bust open the wall, right?
Totally, yeah. I think that for me was more of a stretch goal. It was getting buttons, keys, kind of different mechanisms in, just because I wanted to polish up kind of the core mechanics of the game and add some balancing. I had to kind of push things to the cutting floor, unfortunately. just to make the deadline. So I think if I was to carry it forward, I'd be adding like buttons, mechanisms. Right now, I've kind of supplemented that with traps by putting traps kind of in the corners and in places where if you were to kind of beeline it, you're likely going to run into a trap if the traps are aggressive on that floor. So I tried to balance it out in that way.
I like what you did a lot. You took the game farther than I expected. I like the whole idea, like you say. I'm one of the characters in Borderlands. I didn't know I was going to be a fucking teddy bear stuck in a robot's dick. But
hey, you can even wear a police hat as a customization option. So we but I like the fact that just unlimited weapons and just connecting them to a sword like you have here on your picture. That's cool. That's funky. That's crazy. Also, the fact that you've already added cheat codes. I think this game, out of all the games, has gone the furthest. And, like you say, it's fully playable. Most people haven't completed their game in any, stretch of imagination. But, yeah, you did a lot. You did well. Congratulations. Thanks, I really appreciate it. I think it came down to planning as well. It was like, hey, we have this much time. This is kind of what we want to get done. We don't want to present something unfinished. We want to.
I love your artwork too. I love it. That kind of says it all.
I'll relay that to my artist. She's awesome, and she was working really close with me. So pretty much any changes I needed, she'd hop on right away.
And good on you for not just using AI art.
Yeah, I did take a stance in that, so I put that in the credits that I wanted to. Personally as a developer, I want to support artists. I want to pay my artists. I want to support good work, and I'm not saying that AI doesn't make good work, but I want it coming from a human that I can talk to and work with.
AI is good for a pitch, but when you actually want to make real stuff, you need real people.
Exactly.
AI stuff doesn't have any heart.
All right, the time has come for me and the other judges to pick our favorite game, and who will take home the grand prize of $5,000.
Well, my number one is still the Tribal Chief game. I think that one's made a lot of progress. A lot of the games didn't actually have any exploration or variety of enemies or kind of meta elements. I think he's made really, really good progress with that. My number two is Crowgue. I think that guy's made tremendous progress. I still have some design issues with it, but I think with time and iteration, he's going to really, really crush it. Control issues too, like where if you have a rocket launcher attached to your knife, how does that work? My number three is that new game, that kind of Vampire Survivors kind of 2D pixel art game. I think has a ton of potential. Just needs to go a little bit more Smash TV, where you go to different rooms and things like that. And then my number four is the Rusted Planet one with the robots that get upgraded and kind of has that Dune vibe with the worms and whatnot. That's my TED Talk.
I feel like it might be tricky to come to a consensus.
Right.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to hash it out. For my first place, I'm torn between Rusted Planet and Magna Blast, which was my original one. The Vampire Survivors one, I see it. I feel like if it had maybe just a little bit more going on with it already, I'd go with that one.
It feels like it was made in a game jam, though, to be fair.
Yeah. I think it's
there's not much there.
There's not much there, and it's
it's a promise.
Yes, and so I'd wait Tribal Chief and Crowgue above that one.
I don't think Rusted Planet, even though it's mine, I don't think it's near top one because he doesn't really have an end game for it. He's just like a bunch of people riding around on the planet. It looks cool, it looks polished, but I didn't know what direction he was going with the game. I mean, if a lot of people get on there and fight, okay, I get it, but I think he fell short when it came to what's the end of this? Do we go to another planet?
Yeah, what's the end game, right?
What is that? So, even though that's my game, he can't be number one.
I agree with that.
Yeah. I'm leaning more towards Crowgue, but I probably have a slight bias.
I think I'd go Crowgue over Tribal Chief for number one.
So I really think Tribal Chief is great.
I like Tribal Chief. So now we are stalemate here. We got two for Tribal Chief.
Well, the X factor to keep in mind, guys, is again, as I said, the internet loves wacky shit.
Yeah.
Right. And so it's like, you get one of YouTubers or Twitchers or TikTokers like, oh my God, I'm like a crow and I have a knife and a rocket launcher. Oh my God, it's so wacky. Like.
And with our order decided, it was time to tell the developers. All right, guys. So we've just had a very intense argument with lots of bickering. We decided that you guys are our top 4. So congratulations for making it this far.
So in 4th place,
drum roll,
between all of you, and the winner of $1,000 is Rusted Planet. Congratulations,
well done, man.
Robots in the desert.
Robots in the desert. Yeah, your game was really promising, man.
Well, thanks for the opportunity. This was a very surreal experience as a longtime fan of Law and Order and Gears of War. It was very surreal. So, thanks for everything. Thanks to Spatial for the help, and hopefully I can make this grow.
All right, Ice. You know which game came in 3rd?
No. I mean, I don't remember the name of it. Let me do 2nd place.
Okay, you can do 2nd place.
I can do the 3rd one. That was Magna Blast, correct?
Yep,
yeah,
that was
Magna Blast. Yes.
So that's the thing is, it's got so much potential. Double down on the kind of like almost Minecraft voxel thing you got going on there. But the name, got to be honest, not a fan. It sounds like something you do to your like prom date.
Oh shit!
Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Thank you very much, though.
I loved the boss fights. That was great. The dynamics in the boss fights.
Very cool.
That was the most compelling piece to me, and also taking the feedback on changing the environment, making it a little different, a little more welcoming, or at least a little bit less, bright teal.
Less gas station bathroom.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much, guys. I mean, really happy with the results, all the feedback. We're definitely going to keep working on Magna Blast. Maybe change the name, I guess, because I don't want to.
No prom dates.
Yeah. Congratulations, man.
Oh yeah, number 2 came in too. Is Tribal Warrior.
Tribal Chief.
Tribal fucking Chief. That's what I meant.
That's the technical name.
That's what I meant. Yeah. I mean, we liked it. We liked it. We liked the fact that you had built out the space to where you could actually go someplace. A lot of the games, you're stuck in one area.
Exactly.
We ran over to the ogres. We went by the beach. Also, we didn't get a chance to build up our village, but made some plants and, and like I say, putting this based around actual African folklore and stories, you can make it a little educational to where it's really based in reality, which is cool. And it's very promising. We want to see them with some more weapons, of course, a sword and a shield and maybe a bow and an arrow, a spear, some cool shit.
Throwing rocks at some motherfuckers.
Yeah, throw some rocks. Maybe if you lose your weapon, all you got is a rock. You got to throw rocks or go hand to hand.
Oh, that's like Rust. Then you get a rock.
Thank you very much for the feedback. I'm very happy that you liked the game. If I'm being honest, I've seen all the games and they're pretty good. So if you liked it this much, it really warms me. Thank you very much. I'll continue adding on the content. You could go hand fund, by the way, but I'll add on the weapons, the bow and arrow, and the sword.
Yeah. Okay, can't wait to play it.
Keep going.
Thank you very much.
That means the winner of our grand prize, $5,000. Can we guess who it is? It's Crowgue.
The fucking crow.
Sword in his mouth.
Sword to mouth.
Sword to mouth.
Put it in your mouth.
That's not going to be the slogan.
I think one of the arguments I made with the wolves is I think I said this before. The internet loves wacky stuff, and you remember Goat Simulator and all that stuff, and I think you have that going for you. It could have just been like a generic superhero dude in this roguelike, Diablo style dungeon. but you went with a freaking crow holding a sword, which was based on, I think, the Canadian meme or thing that happened. I think you mentioned in the first session. And you got the destructibility in there. You got a lot of looting and everything. The UI looks great. The art looks really solid. I could honestly see this coming to market in like maybe 2 to 3 months. So I think you're doing well.
I really appreciate the feedback, and something that you said about it being wacky and how the internet takes it is something that I kind of leveraged to make it crazier, and I wanted to keep pushing it, and I had to reel back at one point because I pushed it a bit too far.
Well, you never push it too far. That's the thing. Don't ever. One thing I've never done is edited myself. Like, if I thought it was crazy, I just pushed it. You will hit a wall. People will say we can't do that, and then you know you're there. But always push as far as your brain takes it. Don't edit yourself. I don't agree with that. No matter how hard it is, it's not hard enough for some people, no matter how soft it is. So always be your own editor. That's just a little artistic advice, but don't be afraid. Don't pull it back. Fuck that.
I appreciate the words of wisdom.
He should be able to attach a butt plug to the sword.
I don't think there's a problem with that. I think that area honestly, Cliff, where you feel you're pushing the edge, that's creation. That's when you're breaking. That's that area. I'll never forget when I was saying wild shit on my record. Some record executives like, "You want to go that far?" And I said, that tension you feel, that's money. That's money right there. You're and it was. So don't be afraid to push it. Especially, it's a video fucking game, man.
Exactly. It's got to be fun.
It banned, and then every fucking body wants to play it.
Well, that's the thing. Is anytime there's a banned book, I'm like, in Amazon
immediately.
Now. Yeah. So push the line. The worst thing that's happened is they cancel a fucking crow.
But yeah, 100%. Good stuff, man.
Yeah. So. Thanks everyone for round of applause, guys.
Congrats everybody.
Congratulations, the winners.
Yeah, so thank you to all of the developers for entering your games. I think that pretty much concludes the Wolves Den Season 1.
It's time to go touch grass for me.
I love that meme.
Yeah, take a break, man. Go outside.
I just want to give a shout out to Spatial for hosting this. As somebody who started off as a starving artist and independent developer, it really warms my heart to see these aspiring developers make their games and put their dreams out there. And there's a lot of work involved, but you got have to have risk to reward. So I hope they keep going with it and follow them on all the socials.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I wanted to say, being an independent music artist, you start out by yourself. Eventually, you got a big company behind you, and they think there's a lot of moving parts. But to see these guys doing these video games in their bedrooms, people don't realize that that's how it starts. You got to do that till you can get somebody with the real bread to come in. And before you know it, you've got a lot of developers working with you, but it usually starts out by yourself. So to help these cats, it's very, how would I say? It's like giving back. It's giving back to the people that really need it. So I really enjoyed this, and thanks to Spatial for giving these guys a platform. And I can't wait to play some of these games because, this is where they're born.
Thanks to Spatial, there's that meme where you look back and you'll be amazed that at one point we're like, oh, will this game make it? This, I'm not sure this will work out. And then, who knows, maybe in a year or two or something, these devs who knows where they'll be. And so that's exciting to know that it came from this passionate place and this was a stepping stone along their journey. So it's cool to be involved in something like this. So
yeah, so thank you to Spatial for hosting this event. That concludes our short season. Hopefully we get a chance to do this again. Please be sure to go down into the description and follow all of the developers, play their games. It's the best way to support them. And they've tried really hard over this last month and they've put their asses on the line. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you soon.
Peace.